Open Mass Hall 1.dwg. Click Analyze tab Volumes and Materials panel Mass Hall. In the Create Mass Hall diagram wizard, on the General page, specify the following parameters. Click Next. On the Mass Hall Display Options page, examine the settings in the Material area. The selection in the material list is saved with the selected sample line group. To learn how to create a material list, see the Creating a Material List exercise. Examine the options that are available in the Choose a Material to display as Mass Hall line list, but accept the default total volume option. In the Mass Hall line area, specify the following settings. Click Next. On the Balancing Options page, under Free Haul Options, select the Free Haul Distance checkbox. Enter 300.0000 as the free haul distance. Click Create Diagram. In the drawing, snap to the center of the red circle that is above the profile view to place the Mass Hall diagram. Zoom in on the Mass Hall region that is on the left-hand side of the diagram. At station 3+25, hover the cursor over the Mass Hall line. Select the Mass Hall line. Right-click. Click Mass Hall Line Properties. In the Mass Hall Line Properties dialog box, click the Balancing Options tab. In the Add/Remove Borrow Pits and Dump Sites area, click Add Dump Site. In the Station cell, enter 325. In the Capacity cell, enter 1500. Click OK. Below the balance line, zoom into Station 6+25 on the Mass Hall line. At Station 6+25, hover the cursor over the Mass Hall line. Select the Mass Hall line. Right-click. Click Mass Hall Line Properties. In the Mass Hall Line Properties dialog box, click the Balancing Options tab. In the Add/Remove Borrow Pits and Dump Sites area, click Add Borrow Pit. In the Station cell for the Borrow Pit, click. In the drawing, pan to left so that you can see the corridor and surface. Click near Station 6+25 on the corridor. In the Capacity cell for the Borrow Pit, enter 2000. Click OK. Close the drawing, but do not save your changes. Open Mass Hall 2.dwg. In the drawing, select the Mass Hall line. Right-click. Click Mass Hall Line Properties. In the Mass Hall Line Properties dialog box, on the Information tab, in the Object Style area, click the arrow next to. Click Copy Current Selection. In the Mass Hall Line Style dialog box, on the Information tab, change the name to Freehaul and Overhaul, Balance Point. On the Freehaul tab, in the Freehaul Options area, notice that the Measure from Grade Point option is selected. Also notice that the graphic to the right resembles the mass haul diagram in the drawing. Grade points are the points at which volumes transition from cut to fill. When freehaul is measured from grade points, the highest point, or lowest, if below the balance line, is the grade point. Select Measure from Balance Point. On the Display tab, in the Component Hatch display area, in the Freehaul area hatch row, click the pattern cell. In the Hatch Pattern dialog box, for pattern name, select Cross. Click OK. In the Mass Haul Line Style dialog box, click the Display tab. In the Component Hatch display area, in the Freehaul area hatch row, change the scale to 30.0000. Repeat steps 7 through 9 to change the Overhaul area hatch pattern to dash. Click OK twice.